Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. That's how the video gets to the YouTube algorithm. Share the video if you care. I hope you care, so share and sound off in the comment section below. Excitement! Megan Tapper, look here. When I said in Kingston that she's proved that she's now the girl, she is that woman. Absolutely phenomenal. But before we get into Megan Tapper, we have to share the love as usual. I don't know about that. Tell me, so I want to skip out the video. I want to watch the video and support the rest of the athletes competing. That being said, let's kick things off with the women's 400-meter hurdles, where we had Anjanette Knight to take part there. She ended up being 5th in the racetrack, is where she ran a 54.54 seconds. Femke Ball took the race, running a meeting record 51.95 seconds. Second place was Dalila Mohammed, 52.58 seconds, a season's best for her. And Anna Crockwell third, 52.91, also a season's best. I did think that Anjanette Knight got out pretty strongly. I was comparing her first 200 to Dalila Mohammed, their training partners. So I really always gauge Anjanette Knight off Dalila Mohammed. However, her final 200, not the strongest. Definitely has to keep working on that. But a 5th place here, we'll take it. Let's keep the ball rolling. Now let's jump on over to the women's 400 meters. Now this one, I've been talking about Nikisha Price gradually improving race by race. I told you all that she's timing her season perfectly for the World Championships, and as we draw closer, we are seeing it come together even more and more, and I'm excited because what I witnessed here in Monaco, I'm like, yes, Miguel, welcome back to the big girls club and challenge for what I believe will be her first individual medal. Now in this women's 400 meters, My Lady Paulina took the win. She ran a 49.06 seconds. Aliyah Butler, freshly pro after winning that NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Championships, ran a personal best 49.09 seconds, and Nikisha Price was third with her 49.63 as new season's best for her. So at the National Senior Championships, her first time dipping below 50 seconds, and here again shaving a big gap off that, as far as I'm concerned, running a 49.63 seconds in comparison to her 49.97 done at the National Senior Championship. So it's coming together nicely for Nikisha Price. Her first 200 really strong. Just her final 50. As a matter of fact, this is what I will say about her race. Overall, it seemed very balanced. She's just gradually improving trackies. I didn't really see any area of deficit. All I would say is that, there were faster people in the race, but I know that next time I see Nikisha Price, she'll be that much faster, and she'll keep improving until we get to the World Championships, where I believe she'll be peaking, and of course, as I said, challenge for a medal. Now, My Lady Paulino trackies was definitely challenged in this race by Aliyah Butler. As a matter of fact, Aliyah Butler led the race for 399 meters, and probably even more than that, because Paulina just managed to beat her on the line trackies. So really strong run from Aliyah Butler. It's kind of reminding me of, the same year that Nikisha Price, which is last year, where she went pro as well after winning that NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Championships, coming off a really amazing high and just continuing that on the circuit. That's literally what I'm watching Aliyah Butler do, and I'm like, just go get it, girl. This is your season. So let's see what happens for her. Of course, she has to go to the American Championship, so I'm hoping that they don't really burn her out too much on the circuit, because that's a really tough championships, especially from the 400 meters. Paulino, she ran a really solid race. I don't think this was her best executed race, but it was enough for the win, and congrats to her. Of course, keeping her position, as it relates to really showing her dominance as far as I'm concerned in the women's 400 meters, always having enough just to take the win. All right, so moving on over from the women's 400 meters, I want to jump into the men's high jump, where we had Raymond Richards and Romaine Beckford. Romaine Beckford, being the national champion in the men's high jump, managed to clear 2.23 meters, the same as actually Raymond Richards. However, based on the amount of jumps that they used to clear the attempt, it meant that Romaine Beckford finished 7th and Raymond Richards finished 5th in this event. Now we're going to jump on over from the men's high jump into the women's 100 meter hurdles. When I tell you, Megan Tapper lined up at the National Senior Championships at different beast. We're talking about watching her in the semifinal and then into the finals, and everybody's jaws were dropped, where she clocked that 12.34 seconds. Absolutely overcome, especially especially when you take into consideration what happened in 2024, her not making the team. She was able to right so many wrongs with one racetrack. Is I mean, go from, not making the team to making the team, plus also putting herself in the conversation in a serious way when we talk about the women's 100-meter hurdles. Look here, if you can't run 12:3 and better, then don't even think about possibly even making a finals and, of course, being on the podium. And at the National Senior Championships, Megan Tapper showed and proved that, yes, I'm one of those girls right now and I am ready. And oh la la, over here in Monaco, all I was doing was screaming at my screen, "Go, Megan, go!" That was me. I was so excited. So Megan goes away with the win, equaling her personal best track is 12.34 seconds. So if you thought it was a fluke, 12.34 seconds on the nose again. Perfectly executed race. Ditaji Kambuji, 12.43 seconds for a season's best for her, and Nadine Visser was third with a 12.56 seconds. Now, honorable mentions, Grace Stark, I believe she hit the third hurdle, really threw her off in the race, and she was fifth, and she ran a 12.64. Masai Russell still getting back into things after her, as she calls it, a ankle tweak, right? And she was fourth in the race, where she ran a 12.57 seconds. Now, I want to talk about how impressive this race was from Megan Tapper, because she didn't get the best start in this race. And in Kingston, we saw where she led from start to finish. But in comparison to the rest of the world, we know that there are some of the athletes out there that, have better starters, aka we see Devine Charlton. She got the better start, in my opinion, in this women's 100-meter hurdles race. But that didn't faze Megan. Her top end has improved dramatically. I was absolutely impressed yet again watching her execute this race. And track is, this was actually done in a negative 1.1 meters per second wind. So say, if Megan did get a little toops, even a wind not this, negative, she could have gone sub 12.3. Can you imagine? She was so excited, and I think she said after the race, her first Diamond League win. Can't confirm if it's her first Diamond League win, track is, but it's the first one that I know as things stand right now. So big congratulations to her. And yes, she is definitely part of that club, and she'll definitely be turning up at the World Championships to vie for one of those medals. I'm happy for her, proud of her, as I said. And yeah, we're keeping her eyes on Megan Tapper 100%. But Jackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So Megan Tapper comes out and bangs out at 12.34, equaling her PB, done in a negative 1.1 meters per second win. That top end, look here, that's no fluke. She went to work for 2025 in the off season and came back a different version of herself. I'm so excited for her. As I said, she's all of 5'1", so she's little itty bitty, but she cleared those hurdles like that was her yard. She said, "Oh, I might place this is my town, I'm ready to take charge." All right, the video is done. Congratulations, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.